Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to We're Offended, You're Offended. I'm Kim, this is Tyler, and it is Thursday. One day closer to Friday. So when you go to sleep and you wake up tomorrow, it's going to be Friday. Who's excited? I'm excited. Yeah. And possibly, depending on where you're situated, you have a long weekend this weekend. Extra time to clean.
All right, so let's get right into this. We got government is going more and more authoritarian. So we're going to focus on that quite a bit today. So before we get into that, of course, we are here Monday to Thursday, 8:00 ish. No, actually, this was my fault. Hey, I was actually
Finally, one time it wasn't on me.
So we're here. We're on Rumble. We're live streaming on Rumble. We're on YouTube. We're on Spotify. We're on all the places. You know, if you want to listen to stuff, if you want to do stuff while you listen, feel free to do that. I encourage it. In fact,
just don't tell me about it, okay? It's a little weird.
What do you mean?
It's a little weird.
Don't be gay. It's 2022. Okay, have an open mind.
You're right. Sorry.
Okay.
Tell me all about it.
Let's get into this first story here. So there's a rapper was named Rolly Bands. I have a feeling that was a stage name.
I'm going to assume that was his rap name and not the I don't know.
Oh, those parents would, well, I guess his mom would be a super big asshole. Or a super big jerk. Sorry. No swearing. Bad. You'll die a virgin if you swear. I don't know how that works, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
Yeah, I remember being told that at some point from someone. Yep.
All right, so we have this article. So it's from Louder with Crowder. Rapper shot dead after post on Instagram telling anyone who wants to smoke him, "I'm at my crib." So on an Instagram post, Florida rapper Rolly Bands wrote, "A lot of these bingers know where I live for real. I sleep
for real.
in peace. If a binger wants smoke, I'm at my crib in 5 mins." He was then promptly gunned down at his Tampa Bay home.
Minutes later.
Yeah. Dude went hard. Like, yo, I'll catch these bullets with my chest. And he didn't. Although
100%.
we were able to get an exclusive. So, you know, it is unfortunate this guy died. It is. It truly is.
But luckily the shooter was wearing a body cam, so we got to see, you know, his moments just before the shooting started.
Yeah, so let's just brace yourself. It is quite graphic.
A little bit.
Yeah, okay. So let's just play.
Okay.
Run the tape.
How do you like me now? You like that? Yeah. Get some.
I love it. Oh, get some. Oh, those gangsters. They just gotta chill, man. I don't know. Like, I think it's kind of like, I know I'm laughing about it and I don't want anybody to die. Like, that the actual dying isn't funny. But it's like, okay, you're talking shit. All right. You're like, oh, look at me. Da 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 da. You want some? Fine. Come get it. What do you think's gonna happen, dude? I don't know. I wouldn't do that.
Okay.
I wouldn't want to.
I can understand the making, you know, the threats. Like, look how hard I am. I'm hard. I'm so hard.
That's what happens when you watch porn. Like, you get hard. You know?
Yeah. Okay. But no, I was gonna say, like, if you go like, oh, I'm so hard, I make The Rock look like paper mache. Like he's a giant forehead pussy bitch. Total natural, all natural, by the way. Just ate his vitamins, and no TRT, no HGH, all natural, just straight devotion,
Well,
just straight devotion.
I mean, if you're gonna call out people, then yeah, you should be looking like The Rock and moving like Jackie Chan, not
Oh, that's
this
racist.
guy.
That's
This guy.
racist.
He's pretty tiny. Not saying tiny men can't be scary and do stuff, but I don't know. I think people just, there's too much emphasis on this. Oh, look at me. I'm big and bad, so I'm going to call somebody out. And of course, it just takes the simplest of minds to be like, okay, let's do this.
Well, he's probably, to be fair, he's probably has some type of affiliation, let's just say, with unsavory individuals.
Yeah.
So,
Which they still haven't caught the person yet. So anybody in that area, they're looking for him still. So if you know anything,
no, snitches get stitches. Shut the fuck up. You want to sleep with the fish? You want to wear concrete shoes? Huh? You shut your mouth. You shut your mouth. Give me one of them. Huh? You want that? There you go. See?
the funny thing is too, it just like came to me that I literally have water in my background. So I did that. It's just like water. I went and slept with the fishies.
All right, so let's move into, you know what? Question of the day. Question of the day. If the government has to give accreditation in order for someone to give, whether it's their opinion or whether it's news, does that sound like a government that encourages discussion, encourages? Doesn't that sound fascist? Let's you know what? Let's just rip that Band-Aid off. Doesn't that sound fascist? Doesn't it? Because the literal definition of fascism, which means to bind together. So think of our media in Canada. The Canadian government literally funds the news. And then because the human centipede that they are.
Oh my God, stop mentioning that movie. You're killing me, Smalls. Killing me.
Then tell them to stop doing it. When they stop doing it, then I won't have a reference. Okay? When they stop, I'll stop. Until such point, human centipede.
Stop
human
it.
Centipede.
Blah.
So you've seen like with the invocation of the Emergencies Act, and the only time this act wasn't even enacted when politicians were getting killed. Okay, it wasn't getting enacted then. That was seen as extreme. When people were burning down buildings, tearing down statues, killing people, the Emergency Act was not implemented there. But it was when peaceful protesters, when a judge literally said, you know what, you stop the honking, you're more than welcome to protest. It is your charter right to do so.
And then they stopped. And then they still went at him.
But what happened? The government, this is my thought, and I've said this before, that the government pushed the CBC to say, we have concerns that there are weapons here in Ottawa. And so the CBC comes back, posts a story that there is concerns that there are weapons at this Freedom Convoy. So then the government now uses that article to say, they literally said, maybe I'm paraphrasing a little bit, but they had said that there were media outlets saying that there were possibly weapons here. So that is why we needed to invoke the Emergencies Act. That's one of the reasons. So you see how they work in tandem with each other. The government fed the news or the information to the media. The media then posts it, and then the government uses that information by which they planted in order to justify it.
It's kind of funny that through the entire thing, though, all their searching, they never found one weapon.
None. No. The homeless shelter that apparently the truckers had ransacked. Turns out this place actually gets federal funding from the Liberal Party to the tune of $750,000.
Oh, how convenient. That's funny. Wow. I don't know about you, but I would definitely then take their honest word for it because there's definitely no ulterior motive there.
No, definitely. No, none at all. Do not believe your lying eyes. So, with the question of the day now turned into a bit of a talk, when the heritage minister, someone that is supposed to kind of champion Canada's history, Canada culture. So let me rephrase this question on the day. When the Canadian government now has to tell people what they can and cannot say, think, or do, is that really the job of the heritage minister? I would love to hear. But okay.
I always blurt out the answers, so I just gotta shut my mouth, like a good woman. I'm told that all the time. You're supposed to be seen, not heard. So
that's what I'm saying.
You can't silence me.
With how far the left is going, soon enough, women. Actually, hold on. I can't even say that. I can't even make the joke because the leftists are already arguing that women are not people. It's just a state of being.
Right. Which is funny. Like, how is this a thing when it comes to women, but you don't hear the argument on the man side? Like, literally, all the arguments are just about on the woman's side. My puppy.
Oh my God. That's so fun. I can't even make the joke because they're literally arguing to turn women, that females aren't a thing. Matt Walsh, famously or infamously, what is a woman? And you could not get an answer. Well, you'll know it when you see it. Well, I think Matt Walsh put it perfectly in saying, well, I know I'm not a chair.
Yeah. I liked in that one in the trailer, like you see at one point when he asks this person that question, like, what is a woman and blah, blah, blah. And, they answer all super. And then he's like, well, are you a cat? Do you know what a cat is? And then they just walk away.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah, how do you know you're not a cat?
Yeah. I want to see that so bad. It looks really good.
You know what, Jordan Peterson, you son of a bitch. Because on his podcast, he'll put out an hour, and then the other hour he puts it behind Daily Wire Plus.
Oh, so you get hooked, and then it's like you gotta pay now.
Yeah.
Well, all right, I guess to be fair, Steven Crowder does the same thing. Like you can watch his live show on YouTube, Rumble. But then if you want to get the Mug Club stuff, you have to pay for the subscription in order to watch that extra thing. And it does it's almost like having a double episode. So I guess it's the same thing.
All right. So let's get into this. Let's get into this segment. Mark down the time.
Really? Really?
Yeah.
You're really saying that live? Mark down the time because clearly you don't know how to do shit. Wow. Do you hear this guy? You're
a woman.
Such a misogynist.
Don't argue with me because biology. Okay?
How do you know I don't have a something? Mm-hmm. Hold on.
You're my husband.
Let me put it on the table. Did you hear that shit? So big.
Do you hear that shit?
Oh, did you see my hand?
All right.
Awkward.
All right. Okay. So let's get into this. So the heritage minister, Pablo Rodriguez. Like I said, our heritage minister. So Bill C-11. Okay. That's all you need to know. The heritage minister, Bill C-11. Next segment. All right, so the legislation, this is from the Globe and Mail. So this was back July 6th, they put out this article. So the legislation aims to bring streaming services such as Netflix, Amazon Prime, and Spotify under some rules that that apply to traditional broadcasters, so, television, radio, including a requirement to contribute to the creation of Canadian content. I already have a problem with that line right there.
Oh no, he froze on me again. It's really that face though. Did you see that face?
It sucks. Canadian content sucks.
Okay, you're gonna have to say again because you completely froze. So you're like, I already have a problem with that line.
Oh, okay. All right. Canadian content sucks.
Oh, we missed a lot.
It's not. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, yeah. You missed them. Yeah. All right. So to continue on with this article, so the Conservatives grilled the minister over concerns that user-generated content, such as videos posted by individuals on social media websites, could be subject to government regulation. The minister said C11 would focus on commercial content, not individual users. That is what he said, but that is not what's in the bill. He later accused the Conservatives of spreading false information about the bill. Okay. So in the initial draft of Bill C11, the online censorship bill, let's call it what it is. Okay? It's the online censorship bill.
Yeah.
During the question period, when he was asked, well, at what dollar value is the regulations for content creators, when is that going to kick in? Couldn't give an answer. For 5 minutes, could not give an answer. She's just saying, I can't remember the lady that was questioning him, but she was just saying a dollar value. Can I have a dollar value? How much money does someone need to generate in order for them to be considered a commercial content creator or someone that produces commercial content?
Well, to be fair, I mean, they take cues from Justin Castro there. So, I mean, he's famous for evading questions. Actually, it's not even evading questions, just not answering questions. It's super annoying the way he does it. And it's frustrating because it's not like he just starts talking about something else to kind of detour you away. Nay. No, he starts with the insults and all this other stuff. And it's just like, cool. All right. Good one.
Yeah. It like if you actually had standards, like if you actually had some type of morality, some type of ethics, well, we know you violated basically every ethics condition in Canada. So, good job for you. But, So in the initial draft of this bill, they said individual content creators will not fall under this regulation. They removed that section from it. And they're going, why would you remove that? Well, no, we don't have to worry because it doesn't apply to individual creators. So then why was that part removed? Well, because it wasn't necessary. But then what? As we're reading the law, as we're reading the bill, it's saying any content can be regulated. So why are individuals? So if you post on Facebook and it's not Canadian enough, what does that mean? The government has to approve it.
Speaking of, that actually just reminds me, literally one of our videos, video with like the most views we've ever had, we got in shit for because, and only in Canada though. People in the States can still see the video. People in Canada cannot see the video.
So one thing, okay. So for anyone outside of Canada or people within Canada, if you don't know, you can be charged with defamation, even though you're telling the truth about someone.
Yeah, let's hope that doesn't go that far. That'd be awkward.
But Isn't that ridiculous?
100%. If you're telling the truth,
Because
absolutely.
normally defamation is the idea of spreading false information or knowingly spreading information that is false about some character.
Yeah.
Knowingly spreading false information. That is very different than I am giving a truthful statement. Like if, Robert Pickton, if I said, yo, the dude killed like 15 women, and you go, but that's defamation. But he did.
Yeah.
He did though.
Actually, it was more than that. But
Yeah.
I mean, you'd think after people watching the whole Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial, they might get a better idea of the whole defamation thing.
Well, but that's in the States. But that's knowingly spreading false information to damage somebody's character. Because your character is supposed to be your integrity. Your character is supposed to have some type of respect behind it.
Yeah.
And if someone is just attacking your character falsely, well, obviously, like that could be very damaging. Think of Kyle Rittenhouse. What a perfect example.
God,
Even though he was acquitted, or he was he was found not guilty.
Yeah.
It was found that he was acting in self-defense. Well, what did people still push? Well, he's a murderer.
White
He killed them.
supremacist.
He killed black people. He went there and shot up black people. He crossed
Yeah,
state.
not one black person.
All this
died.
stuff. And it's like, no, you're wrong. You're wrong. No, not one. He didn't shoot one. It's weird, but he shot a lot of kid touchers.
Right? Like, you think people would be cheering the guy. I mean, really. Yeah.
Yeah, he's taking up the trash.
Yeah. He just saved your children, people. Unknowingly, he just saved your children, but...
Well, see, but the problem is, in fact, there was just an article released from the Pulse Millennial today. There are 181 in 2022 alone. So 6 months. We're almost 7 months. Well, we're 7 months in now. Almost 8 months. There have been 181 convicted teachers of doing stuff to kids.
I don't know why that
teachers,
surprises
aides,
me.
and substitute teachers.
Yeah, I don't know why that surprises me, especially with all of the videos you see on TikTok these days and how teachers are getting so upset that they can't talk to children about sex with that whole don't say gay bill, which the fact that they even called it that is just laughable. But regardless, I mean, that really doesn't surprise me, sadly.
Yeah, not at all. So, but all right. So we'll get back onto this. So with regards to Bill C-11, so this is going to regulate online content. You screwed up when YouTube, Netflix, Amazon is saying, hey, this is a terrible idea because it's actually going to limit our ability to reach people. They're saying that you are actively going to stop people from being able to communicate.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen here? All right, let's look at how this is going to unfold. So if Bill C-11 is in the Senate right now to get debated, and hopefully it gets squashed. Hopefully. But the fact that it passed in the House, so the Liberals and the NDP passed it.
Of course they did. Does that really surprise you in the slightest?
Well, no, not at all. But, okay, so it passed in the House. It is now sent to the Senate, where the Senate either approves or denies it. So with this bill, it will prop up legacy media, all the news that's
Government funded,
subsidized by you to the tune of $1.2 billion.
Oh, is that all? Just pocket change.
Nobody with half a brain watches. Or should I say, nobody watches on television, because people actually prefer getting actual information, not government subsidized talking points.
Yeah.
So when I brought up the idea of that meme was that there were the people, there was the media, and they had the megaphone blasting to the government. That's what the media was supposed to operate. It's speaking truth to power. Now, and Jen Psaki said it, or was it Joe Biden? I don't know. Both, one of them. One of them soulless. One of them likes the, you know,
Touchy sniffy?
he likes his cocaine on his children.
Oh my God.
Children, let's just say that.
He pretends that's what it is. It's really not.
But what they had said was, you're not selling this for us. They said that to the media. You are not selling our policies enough. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean the media isn't selling what you're pushing? I thought the media was supposed to be independent, supposed to be seeking truth and speaking truth to power.
Where did you hear such craziness? No. They're supposed to push what the government wants them to push. If this is on the agenda or this is the narrative, this is what they're supposed to be pushing. They're not supposed to push the truth. God, you're so lame.
Yeah, right? Yeah, so in Canada, what's going to happen? CTV, Global, CBC, all of these news stations are already pumped up by the media. And what do you see in your news feed? Oh, you don't see independent content creators. You don't see large YouTube channels that maybe focus on news and politics.
No.
CTV, Global, CBC. That's what's in that little section of YouTube about news. That's what gets pushed. The Canadian government is saying, unless we approve of your messaging, it will be removed.
Yeah.
And again, they conveniently left out the individual content creators. So with that being said, so this is where Bill C-11 is going. It's an online censorship bill. Call it what it is. So we can look at this next article. This is from the Canadian government themselves. So projects launched to help strengthen Canadians' resilience against harmful online disinformation. So credible information is fundamental. Credible information is fundamental to a healthy democracy and a strong society. I agree. Except the credible. That's where it starts, because whose credentials? Well, in Canada, if you're a journalist, you have to have some type of accreditation from the government. So whether you give the approved message, it's not whether you're right or wrong. It's the government says, unless you peddle our bullshit, we're going to see you as illegitimate. So Canadians should have access to diverse and reliable sources of information. Oh my God. Look up. I would encourage you. Look up what CTV said about the Freedom Convoy. Global News said about the convoy. CBC said about the convoy. Just Google search Freedom Convoy, February 2020 or 2021?
2022.
Oh my God.
Where are you? Come on, man. Back to the future, baby.
So check that out. All of them say the exact same thing. The concern about guns. Oh, there was a Confederate flag and a swastika spotted there. So these guys are a bunch of Nazi
sympathizers,
slavery lovers, and all this stuff. Oh, what about the apartment that supposedly they started the fire on? Nope, had nothing to do with them. Oh, what about the homeless shelter that was supposedly ransacked? Nope, completely false. And they all pushed this story.
Well, yeah, and that's the funny thing too. Yeah, they were actually giving food to the homeless people and the shelters and cleaning up and shoveling and stuff like that. But no, they were destroying everything because you can see all the damage. Oh, wait, no, that was through the Black Lives Matter riots and the police.
Well, that was Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the finest men and women of law enforcement in Ottawa
Mm.
that actually caused a lot more damage. It's kind of weird how that worked out.
Mhm.
So, okay, so reliable sources of information so they can form opinions approved by the government. Hold governments, so other governments, just not the Canadian government, public institutions, and individuals to account, and participate in public discourse. So, what they are looking at doing here is the government says, think of some other countries when you hear this. Government says, here's the message. Here's the approved message. Media, push the message. Slaves, there you go. That's the message.
Yeah. I
All right,
could
so the
think of
minister of,
one big place that does things like that. Some place that's got like a huge population.
oh, you mean the place that Justin Trudeau idolizes?
Yes. That he admires. Absolutely.
Yeah, admires their basic dictatorship. He said the
Yeah.
quiet part out loud. And the thing is, everyone thought he was joking. That's what's crazy.
I don't know how at that moment people weren't like, oh shit, homeboy's being serious. Like he actually, I don't know how at that moment people are like, maybe there's something a little wrong here. Gotta watch this guy. No.
Well, my thing outside of that was when someone said female genital mutilation was barbaric, and his retort was, how dare you call another culture's practices barbaric? That shows how disgusting of a human being. If he's not groping the women, he would rather their genitalia destroyed.
Well, not only
That's
that,
the type of dictator he is.
he has to say that because then what happened? Well, now all of a sudden they're allowing children to go through puberty blockers, hormone changes, sex changes. Like, of course he's got to say that because he's like, okay, well, we got something coming here. So we got to, because
we
according
have
to other
communism
countries, that would be barbaric. But
yeah, we have communism to push. So, all right, so let's continue with this. So, the Minister of Canadian Heritage, Pablo Rodriguez, and the Minister of Intergovernmental Affairs, Infrastructure, and Communities, the Honorable Dominic LeBlanc, today announced over $2.4 million in funding for projects that will give Canadians the tools to identify online disinformation, particularly in the context of, check this out, Canadian heritage, okay? The COVID-19 pandemic and Russia's unjustifiable invasion of Ukraine. What? Really? The Canadian Heritage Minister is funding COVID-19 pandemic information, or as they call it, hidden truth, or I guess everyone else would call it hidden truth. Why the COVID-19 pandemic and Russia?
what does that have to do with Canada? Well,
What does that have to do with Canadian heritage?
yeah, that's what I meant. Like, obviously, there are parts of it that have to do with Canada. However, I mean, we're funding the war, and we're
Oh, you mean the gas turbines that Canada gave to Russia, even though they sanctioned everything out of them?
it's neat. It's so nice, so nice.
But Canada bad, Canada racist, IRCC, the Immigration Refugee Citizenship of Canada literally said colonizers are the problem in Canada. Colonizers, aka white people.
Well, I mean,
Made it very clear.
some of us
Again,
are a little blinding. I mean, we go out in the sun and it's just like my eyes. So,
all right, so these projects are citizen-focused activities and funded under Canadian Heritage Digital Citizen Initiative. The initiative promotes civic, news, and digital media literacy through funding third-party educational activities. So this is basically the government saying, hey, these people on YouTube, these people on on Rumble, these people on Spotify, these people running their own news organizations that aren't approved by the government. We need a way to subvert them. Think of the Canadian Anti-Hate Network, a place that literally you fund in order to implement segregation, racism, discrimination. Your tax dollars at work. The Canadian Museum of Human Rights. I know, fucking marble mouth. Who we fund to over $1 million a year. Is it a year or a month? I don't remember off the top of my head. A year sounds low. $1 million a month?
Really does.
But anyways, we fund that, and they're supposed to be the look. This is human rights. Look at what people fought for, and then they go, "Oh yeah, we don't give a shit about that. We're just here to peddle for the government. So shut up."
Just kidding.
Yeah. So projects will create educational workshops, podcasts, documentaries, and learning materials for new educational resources focused on countering Russian disinformation.
Sounds fun.
What?
Yeah.
So they're gonna peddle some low rate 2-bit influencer to do a podcast to talk about why Canada's so great and why we need and I don't mean that as hold on. The second I said that, I sound like an asshole.
A little bit.
But basically saying the Canadian government, the message they're pushing, this is why, because Russia bad.
Yeah.
Podcast documentaries. And so they're going to start implementing this in schools in order, here's the approved message from the government. This is what you have to think. Don't think, this is what you think.
I'm super excited about that. I mean, they're pushing so many things in schools right now that it has zero to do with actual education and teaching children. It's all about literally just peddling something, telling them that they're racist, telling them that they're transgender, and now some other stuff. So that's real fun. I can't wait. Mm-hmm.
So investing in these projects will help Canadians critically assess what they see online. So again, they're going to give you, here's the information. This is what you need to think, and this is how you can tell that we're giving you the truth. Oh, really? So
you can't tell that what they're doing is giving you the truth when literally all they're doing is silencing everybody and telling everybody to shut up. That's not giving you the truth. It's okay, this is what I'm going to say, and you're going to believe it's the truth, even though it's not the truth. Just shut up and believe it.
Yeah. So, and I will say, the thing is, there are some parts of this I actually agree with. I do. Because right here, understanding how algorithms impact a user's online experience. I agree with that. Because it is so hard. It is so hard to find, all YouTube wants is you to click that next video, go to the next video, go to the next video, next video.
Watch time. They want the longest watch time, which I think is why shorts are so big right now, because like I mentioned in the last pod or one of our other podcasts or whatever, it's like an ADD thing, right? Like you're just like, you can't stop watching. You're like, okay, this one sucks. This one sucks. This one sucks. Okay, but the next one's going to be good. Here we go. Good one. Oh shit, that one sucks. And you get stuck into it.
Well, and that's where what I think I had said at that time. If I didn't, I should have. But shorts is like the idea of almost like a roulette wheel, or I'm seeking something interesting. I want to learn something. I'm curious, and then it's, I'll get like a League of Legends video. Okay, well, I don't care about that. I'll get a.
You care about that.
No. Or it'll just be like random stuff. Like someone takes a meme and they just go, brrr, they just blow it up. Like how is that interesting? Like that seems like brain dead retard shit.
I don't know. I mean, a lot of the stuff our kids watch, all that screaming, random noises. up close. I mean, it looks super intelligent to me.
But so I wanted to say with regards to this initiative, this project being launched, this is the king, the god on top saying this is the message. This approved by God himself.
Oh, really?
And you only
He does
only
exist.
believe what I am telling you. Only believe what I'm telling you. So, yeah, recognize how and when bad actors exploit online platforms, acquire skills to avoid being manipulated online, and effectively engage in public debate and online discussions.
Well, I am definitely going to agree with the bad actors, talking shit.
Is this your first time on the internet, Mr. Rodriguez? I think as the meme goes, welcome to the internet. Someone will tell you why your opinions are wrong shortly.
Yeah, right. But that's the thing is you can literally find either side on the internet, right? Like you can find whatever side you believe in. You can find information to support that. It's hard to actually find the true information.
It is really hard to break out of bubbles.
Yeah,
it is very hard. I'll say that flat out because we get I should say like on our podcast channel. We get fed more and more right-wing content.
Yeah.
And I keep saying, I want to find left-wing sources. That's it. Whether they're, individuals, whether they're left-leaning individuals or leftists.
Yeah.
What are they talking about? I can't. It's so hard to break out of that.
Yeah. Because like we mentioned before, like both of us, like we listen to both sides of things. We listen to the left side, we listen to the right side, and we're more kind of in that middle area, right? So we can see the good on both sides in some things, and we can see the psychosis on both sides in some things. But it's really hard to find that nice balance of being able to see both because it just picks up on, okay, you're watching this, so clearly you're right wing, so let's just keep feeding you right wing stuff.
Yeah, which to an extent, like if we are considered right wing at this point, I'll take the compliment.
Right?
Yeah, because if anyone says, well, you're left wing, like, oh God, what did I do? What? I don't support segregation.
Get the blue out of my hair.
Yeah. You start transforming into a fucking androgynous amoeba.
Which is really sucky because like I used to dye my hair funky colors, like whatever. And I loved it. And now I'm like, I almost don't want to because I'm like, you're just going to see it. And right away they're going to be like, oh, she's one of those. I don't want to be associated with one of those.
You're going to have this shaved head and all of a sudden you're going to say down with the patriarchy. But you don't want to go down that road.
That comes in the blue dye, actually. There's like a how-to.
Little pamphlet. Yeah. How to smash the fash.
There you go. Well, looking fash. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. But this stuff has me super concerned. So again, you have the Canadian government is now funding, but they talk about inclusivity, sharing diverse ideas, have access to diverse and reliable sources except they left out in the brackets approved by the government. Yeah.
Yeah.
This sounds North Korea-esque. This sounds China-esque. This sounds communist-esque as
this just sounds scary-esque. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't the thing is the more the government says like they have to push the message, especially after what we learned with COVID, all the backpedaling that they're doing. Everything. Oh, it's a therapeutic now. Oh, it was never made to stop the transmission. What did we lock down? 2 years? Right. What did we lock down? 2 weeks? 2 years?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Like, why did we do that?
I remember that in the fine print. Yeah. When your job gets threatened.
Notice.
Yes.
Yeah. But I don't know. This is actually really bothersome that this is where the government feels that they have to, well, not that they have to, that they're choosing to go. And I think what's worse is that people are endorsing it. They support, yeah, we need to combat disinformation online. You know who, like, the biggest purveyor is the government of disinformation, right?
Yeah.
Like, and I don't mean just Canada. Well, Russia does the same thing. China does the same thing. Every country says, we are the truth. We are the light.
Yeah.
And that's
it's just like religion.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't believe your lying eyes. No. We never said that COVID was to protect you. Even though we totally did.
I was going to say, excuse you? Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Remember all the pamphlets being left on my vehicle? Get vaxxed, get vaxxed. Dirty unvaxxer? Yeah.
Yeah, 15, where they literally took, I remember hearing in Ontario, they cut their hospital funding. I believe, I might have the numbers wrong. It's either 15 or 50, by 15 or $50 million. Just take a guess. Take a little think about how much they pumped into COVID awareness and ads. Take a guess.
I guess in the millions. 240 million.
Oh no, it was the same number that they actually reduced their healthcare budget by.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so that 15 or 50 million that they cut back on healthcare, they put that right into COVID ads.
Nice.
And now we wonder why in Canada we have a nursing shortage. Our healthcare system was dog shit to begin with, and now let's just throw this on top. Good job, Canada.
Yeah, Canada. 1. Fuck yeah.
All right. If there's nothing else, let's get the hell out of here.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for taking the time out of your day to listen to some of the things that we got to say about the craziness going on in the world today. We'll catch you again on Monday. Have a fantastic weekend. Bye, guys.
Praise Allah.